Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen O'Rourke with Fantasy Points. And with the much awaited release of the separation tool that we're putting out this year, I wanted to dive into one of the players that jumped out as one of the best separators in the NFL, and that's Rashod Bateman. You know, we didn't see the stats that you thought you might see from him this year, only putting up a little over 300 yards, but he did show out on film as one of the best separators in the NFL. And just wanted to dive in and show some clips and why he is one of the better separators and why it could lend to him having a better year this year with, the reports that Harbaugh wants to use him more close to an 85% route percentage instead of what he was in 2023, which was, right around 50%. And, just show why I think that he might make himself more of a presence in the Ravens passing game this year. So let's dive in. Rashod Bateman, somewhat lackluster 2023, but showed the pieces in his route running to be more involved in 2024, as hopefully his route percentage goes up and, with that, his targets go up. So bottom of the screen here, Rashod Bateman is going to run a slant route. Does a good job pushing the outside shoulder of the corner, gets him to flip his hips just slightly. Boom, fires inside, has about a step. Lamar Jackson looks over to the right, goes deep, but could have had Bateman open, pretty easily there for 5-6 yard gain, and who knows what he does after the catch. Next play, Bateman, bottom of the screen. Out route, gets upfield, doesn't lose any steps or anything on his break, and just is able to get outside leverage on the corner, get a step, boom, first down. Good route, good play, easy pitch and catch. Top of the screen, Bateman going to run a hitch route, and what he does well, corner flips inside, flips back outside. The minute he sees that the corner's turned, he's got him kind of beat, gets in and out of his break, pushes back towards the quarterback, which he does a lot on his hitch routes. And I think it's great practice because it gets him open and at least presents himself as an opportunity when Lamar breaks the pocket like that. Top of the screen, Bateman, runs a deep post route. He's going to be the backside option. Realistically, Lamar's not going to work to him that often, but it doesn't matter. You still have to run 100%. And he finds that corner's blind spot, climbs into it, breaks out of it, gets a step on him, doesn't have a safety over the top. And, if Lamar had time in the pocket and he wanted to go deep, he probably could have given him a chance, but realistically not going to happen often. But still, despite that, Bateman still runs a good route, gets himself open. Top of the screen, Bateman runs another hitch route, good explosion out of the break, continues to work back toward the quarterback, keep himself open, keep a step on the corner, doesn't stay stagnant. And it's just why I think that he will garner more targets this year, is that he continues to, and he did it all through 2023, of making himself available. Here's an over route, does well, climbs back towards the quarterback, keeps the corner in his back hip pocket, feels it, understands the spacing. Bottom of the screen, slant route, presses the outside shoulder, gets the corner to commit, try to get hands on him, doesn't let him get hands on, breaks inside, has a step or two, ends up dropping the touchdown. This was a tough game overall for Baltimore receivers, but he's open, and he's open by a lot, and that's a huge window for Lamar to hit. And it's unfortunate he drops it, but again, continuing to give himself opportunities by getting open. Bottom of the screen, Bateman motions in. The safety in the corner are going to switch off Andrews and Bateman. Bateman does a little stutter, gets the safety Byard flat-footed, breaks off of him. He's going to get open up the seam. Lamar ends up, throws that corner route before he gets out of his break, but he has Byard beat, and he, if he had moved to his second read, which would have been Bateman there, he would have had him open in the back of the end zone. And he understands how to leverage corners well. He understands, when they've committed, when their feet are dead, and when he can break off of it. Hitch route, bottom of the screen. Again, doesn't let the corner get hands on, throws a little bit high, ends up getting intercepted. Maybe you would have liked to see him jump a little bit more. But again, he's open by 2 or 3 steps. If Lamar hits him in the chest, it's an easy pitch and catch, and you just skies the throw, unfortunately. Top of the screen, Bateman's going to run a post route. He does well, gets the corner to flip his hips, breaks off of that flip, gets a step, doesn't stop his route, doesn't, think, oh, well, I'm back of the play. It's over. I'm going to stop. He continues to fight, tries to get it to open space. Lamar ends up scrambling, but he does a great job. He does a great job of continuing to move when Lamar moves and trying to find open space, trying to get himself open. Bateman, top of the screen. I believe this is an in route. Again, gets even with the corner. 1, 2, 3. Breaks in. He's open. That window's open. Lamar just gets pressured from the edge there. But Bateman, again, he's very good about not wasting steps in and out of his break. He's very smooth, very quick, and just is able to get space off of corners. And he does it consistently. Stutter and go here, top of the screen. Breaks it down well, gets the corner to bite up, and then he just explodes by. And Bateman's got good top end speed. He has a step there. It would have been a tight window with the safety screaming over, but he has a step. He has the sideline. Jackson could have fit it in there. Just, unfortunately skies it over, but has a step. Bottom of the screen, going against Woolen here. Woolen, one of the faster corners. He understands that he's not going to just be able to beat him off the line. So he hits him with a little stutter, and then boom, explodes by. He has a step. Lamar ends up going to Andrews over the middle there, but again, understands who he's running against, who he's playing against, and how to get open against them. Top of the screen, you run a little stick combo here, a little deep stick. Bateman, again, gets the corner, flip his hips, gets into the corner space, breaks off of it. Corner does a good job of flipping his hips there and staying on him, but continues to fight back toward the ball. He's always fighting back toward the ball. Top of the screen, he's going to run a go route against press coverage. Doesn't let the corner get hands on him, breaks outside, gets a step. Jackson ends up going with the over route over the middle, but gets himself open and just continues, like I said, to show that he has the ability to get open. He has the ability to make himself available, and there's a lot of opportunities in this Baltimore offense. And I think that Bateman is, put film out there to show why he should garner more targets this year. Out route here. Again, he's very good about getting into the corner's blind spot, breaking off of that, getting himself open. Lamar Jackson ends up checking it down to Andrews there, but Bateman's open up at the top of the screen. So another little stutter and go, pushes up the middle of the field, gets the safety to bite down, explodes past. Jackson goes to the over route. Bateman's open deep if he wants him. Bottom of the screen, Bateman going to run an out route. He just understands when a corner's committed, when a corner is, let up a little bit. Easy pitch and catch, has 2-3 steps. The Rams have a tendency to play some soft zone, but still to get, 12, 13 yards there on an easy out route, you can't ask for much better than that. You can't ask for a receiver to get more open than that. Hitch route, bottom of the screen, gets even with the corner, gets him to commit, gets him firing upfield, breaks off of it, no wasted movement, continues to fight back toward the ball, continues to move. The linebacker underneath kind of ruins the opportunity to get him the ball. Bateman, top of the screen, going to run a hitch route. Again, drives hard upfield, in and out of his break quick, continues to move without the ball, finding open space, moves, never stops. He never stops moving. I mean, this play goes for 8-9 seconds that Lamar has the ball in the pocket, and Bateman doesn't stop moving the entire time. Finally gets himself open underneath, breaks a tackle, good run after the catch. And I mean, look where he starts. He breaks that route off at about the Jacksonville 49, and then he fights back all the way back to the Baltimore Ravens 35. And again, that's just great movement without the ball. And it's why I think that he becomes a bigger part of this offense, because he continues to show that he can get open on scramble drill. And that's just such a big part of Lamar Jackson's game, and Bateman plays well to it. Bateman slant, bottom of the screen, fires at the outside shoulder, forces the corner to go outside a little bit, breaks off his inside shoulder. Bam, he's open, 2 steps, fires upfield. Good play. Bottom of the screen, Bateman going to run a hitch route. He's very good at creating space on hitch routes. Again, climbs into the corner's blind spot, breaks off 2-3 steps. Corner gets a little bit dead, drops the ball. There's a couple of those little easy drops that show up here and there, and you'd love to see him clean those up. And he has the ability to. He has the hands to. It's just, he's got to make those plays, got to make those easy plays to get more playing time and get more targets from Jackson. Bottom of the screen, in route, leans against the corner. Once he feels the corner leaning, firing upfield, breaks off him. He's open across the middle. That middle window comes open. Lamar Jackson just has pressure, checks it down a little bit. Top of the screen, Bateman, again, going to run another hitch route. Gets upfield, flips the corner's hips, gets him running upfield, breaks it off, moves without the ball, finding open windows. He is open. Lamar Jackson ends up going to Flowers over on the sideline. But again, Bateman's a great option here if Lamar Jackson wants him. Has so much open space over the middle and does a good job of just not letting the corner attach himself to him. Bateman, top of the screen, going to be an over route. He's good at these two. Again, fires upfield, breaks off hard, flat, keeps Ramsey in his back hip pocket, climbs back towards the quarterback, finds an open window, boom, open, first down. Good catch. So that was just a couple of plays from 2023 for Rashod Bateman. I really think that if he gets the 85%, near 85% route percentage that Harbaugh had talked about in his presser a couple weeks ago, and if he stays healthy throughout the year, I really think that he becomes a more integral part of this Baltimore passing game. I think that he has potential to be a deep threat. He's great over the middle. He wins on, short hitch routes, out routes. I'd like to, hopefully see Baltimore push the ball into his hands a little bit more. He had a couple drops here and there this year and a couple misplayed balls, but overall, he has the profile to really break out as a receiver. He, functions well on the outside. That's where Baltimore needs a guy. They need a guy on the outside, and I think that he has the opportunity to have stats that are more in line with what he had his rookie season, and potentially even a little bit more. Hopefully pushing up towards 800, 900 yards, just because the target volume's there. The outside of Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, they don't really have a third big receiving threat, and this is an opportunity for Bateman to take what he has done and with separating, and then hopefully that means getting the ball into his hands more. And so with the separation tool coming out, I do want to, try and highlight different players that are showing to be elite separators, whether it be, the upper tier guys and why they're so good at what they're doing, or, guys that are up and coming throughout the year, whether it be rookies or, under the radar guys that, maybe they're getting open earlier in the year, and it hopefully lends to more target volume down the road as they, whether they gain more trust with their quarterback, offensive coordinator, or just getting more involved in the offense. And so I appreciate you coming along. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to Fantasy Points. We're putting out amazing content, and I hope to be doing more of these videos throughout the year.